In the world of eugenics, the winning score is always a -1. And if you look at Bill Gates and his formula for population control and success, he has P for population, and he's got this formula that he talks about publicly. And when P equals P -1, that's like a victory for Bill Gates. Think about it. Like, the more people die, the more they think they're winning, the globalists. That's pretty sick. That's a pretty good indication that something's wrong with that picture. I mean, oh, gosh. What do they cheer when people die in car crashes? They cheer? Like, save the planet. He rolled his SUV over 6 times. Planet's better off. That's some kind of sick eugenics logic. Anyway, okay, the Harvard Microrobotics Lab has introduced or announced a new technology they call the Monolithic bee that can allow the creation of swarms of insect drones that can now be fabricated with a brand new technology. It's kind of a pop-up fabrication technology. You know, your children's pop-up books, where you open it up and then it pops up? They can do this now at the microchip level using exotic materials to pop up an actual insect. And we've got some footage of that. Go ahead and roll that footage while I explain this if you can. You can watch this on prismplanet.tv. There it is, the little insect. This is smaller than a penny. This little insect is popping up and assembling itself out of, well, silicon and some metals, and then it gets soldered together. See, it assembles itself in about 1 second. It's about a 1-second activity. And then it can lock itself into place, and then it's got this unique soldering technology. The point is that the scientists who created this say, quote, "It is a process well suited to mass production, enabling parallel manufacture of large numbers of robotic devices." It's just what we need, isn't it? Yeah, large numbers of spy drones. Now, this reminds me of that scene in Terminator 2. Remember the scene where that scientist is talking about they got this microchip from the robotic arm, and they've been studying it, and it's leading them in all kinds of new directions that they never could have imagined before. There it is, smaller than a penny, for those of you still watching. Incredible. Like, if this was flying around your house, spying on you, you wouldn't even know it's there. Now, of course, they don't have a power supply to it yet. They don't have a video camera small enough to fly around on it yet. But imagine in the future, you know what they're going to do with these? They're going to have vaccine needles out the front. I mean, Bill Gates is already using genetically modified mosquitoes to have a vaccine type of technology to vaccinate people. Why not do it with these electronic monolithic bees, these little insect swarms, put vaccines on the front of them, and have them do little kamikaze missions on all the people who have exposed arms. By the way, a little tip. Most of these robotics that are coming, and Alex has talked about that on the show, the robotics are coming. The robotic warriors, or the Terminators, so to speak, but they're going to be flying drones first. They already are flying drones. Most of them are going to detect humans using infrared sensors. And let me just give you guys, all of you listening, this little tip if you don't already know it. If you want to make yourself invisible to infrared, make yourself a space blanket poncho. Yeah, just take a space blanket, cut a hole in it, put it on like a poncho, and then the robot drones can't see you except your head. The space blanket keeps the infrared rays inside, makes you basically camouflage to the robots. You may laugh, but that may come in very handy in the near future. Stay with us. This is the Alex Jones Show. Mike Adams hosting. We'll be right back after this break with more news from the incredible world of reality. See ya. It's Monday, February 20th. I'll be hosting also 1 week from today, the 27th, when we'll be featuring Jonathan Emord, yes, our favorite health freedom attorney. He has defeated the FDA several times in the past. He has a new book coming out with a foreword written by Ron Paul. So he'll be on the show. Also, we'll be joined by Dale Carson next week, the former FBI agent, former SWAT team member, former South Miami cop, who's got a lot of great information. Now, getting back to the news in this segment, there's something I really wanted to be sure to cover today. We just talked about the robotic insect swarms. That technology is real. They have a new method now where they can mass produce these insect robot drones, and it's only a matter of time before they start swarming around your house, your backyard, keeping tabs on you, spying on you, And it's all going to be done under the guise of protecting you. Yeah, you're safer now that the insect swarms are keeping an eye on everything. Hey, it's an eye in the sky. It's like mom looking down on you from above. It's like the federal family keeping an eye on your backyard to make sure your little toddler doesn't drown in your pool. Yeah, that's why they're swarming around there. No, they're going to be swarming everywhere, making sure that none of us do anything that might be considered an act of terrorism, such as paying with cash. Yes, paying with cash. Or what, having a tattoo, missing a finger. What? Remember that from, what was it, about a week and a half ago, all these things that indicate that you might be a terrorist. I think Alex Jones should do kind of a Jeff Foxworthy joke segment. You know, you might be a redneck. You might be a terrorist if you have a tattoo of Janet Napolitano on your upper thigh. You might be crazy, actually, if you have that. You might, let's not even go there. Here's something you really need to know about. Neotame is the new aspartame. Neotame, spread the word, folks. This is the next chemical sweetener to avoid, and it's being very heavily marketed. The creators of Neotame, of course, the same people who created aspartame, look, the patent ran out on aspartame. I believe that ran out in 1992. And of course, they always try to have replacements for patents, so they have to add some chemical or alter a molecule or something to get a new patent. Well, Neotame is the more potent, more refined version of aspartame, which Dr. Russell Blaylock describes as an excitotoxin, a nerve-damaging toxin. Well, Neotame adds another molecule, and I believe, if memory serves me correctly, that molecule is 3-dimethylbutyl. Not that it matters what the syllables are in it. It's just another chemical, and it's not a chemical that exists in the natural world, by the way. This is a synthesized chemical sweetener, and now the company, see, Monsanto sold off NutraSweet to a company called J.W. Childs, or J.W. Childs Equity Partners. They sold that off, I believe, right around 2000 or 2000, yeah, 2000, I think, 2002. And then Neotame was approved by the FDA in 2002, and now that's being pushed very heavily. And they're bragging about it. The company says, oh, here it is. Here's the quote from the company. This is from the NutraSweet company. They said, "We revolutionized the sweetener industry in 1981 with the introduction of aspartame. And we intend to do it again with Neotame when we receive approval from various regulatory agencies around the world." So you see, it is chemical sweetener imperialism. You're going to start having Neotame in all kinds of products. But there's an internet myth about this that I have to cover. You cannot put Neotame in organic products. It's not. There's a myth out there that says you can. It's not true. We checked on it. It's not true. And Neotame does have to be listed on the label as an additive. So don't believe all those rumors about it, but avoid this chemical no matter what. Stay with us. We'll be right back here with Joe Nobody, our guest, coming up right after the break. Stay with us.
If you believe in this information and want to support its viral spread, go to the InfoWars store at infowars.com. We've got the new G.I. Joe InfoWars t-shirts. We've got the incredible Pro Pure gravity-fed filters available at infowars.com in the store. We've got a new DVD, Scientists Under Attack, the Don't Tread on Me flag. We've got all sorts of different bumper stickers to help spread the rebellion virally. It's all there, wristbands, citizen rule books in every order. Order online at infowars.com today. The water filters, the canteens, it's all there, infowars.com.